Yo, what's going on, fellas? It's your boy the Bus. We bringing back the Bears Den. Y'all know how we do, man. Um, man, I couldn't do it last year because y'all know I had to watch the football team, but we back home with the Bears, man, and we gonna try to bring y'all some excitement throughout this cycle. So, it was fun. Playing with the Washington football team, man. Being able to just play free, not have no attachments to anybody, man. Like could trade any and everybody without having to worry about, man, that's my favorite guy, that's my favorite player, whatever. So, you know, like I said, it was fun. Not to harp on last year's Madden, but we did go to five straight Super Bowls, won three. But hey, Madden 22 now, man, and we got a lot to to do this cycle. Try to bring one of those banners to Chicago, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna try to do this show quite a bit this cycle. Have some fun, enjoy the new Madden, the DML, and you know, all the owners in the league, stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun, man. So, like I said, I'm in the NFC North. You know, we got the Packers, Vikings, Lions, and myself. Taz is the Lions this year, man. So he's gonna have some. He's gonna have to rebuild that team, through the draft or whatever. But he's a good owner, good team manager. So he can get the right pieces in to make that team, be able to compete. Then you got Marizi with the Vikings, pretty solid team with Cousins and Jefferson and Cook back there. The defense is solid as hell. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the almighty Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Jones and Big Kenny Clark down there. They're ran by OG. So it's gonna be a competitive division, man. Hopefully I can pull it out, win the division more than I lose the division. So we gonna see. So yeah, man. With this show, we gonna try to give you some rundowns about what's going on with the Bears. You know whatever games we play, some new additions that we bring in, maybe trades. I haven't traded for anybody yet, so I have no trades to bring you. But let's take a quick look, you know, at the team captains for this year, and I don't know if I'm gonna change them up throughout the year or if I'm just gonna keep keep them as they are right now. I don't know, but I may change it. I think it's just gonna depend on um, how guys play. If they playing bad, then I'm gonna strip them of that seat and put it on somebody else, man. But until then, let's just take a quick look at who will be the team captains for the Bears. You know what I'm saying? This year. So when you look at it, man, first up we got Justin Fields, man. I think Justin Fields has to be a captain. He's a rookie, but he's the quarterback. He's the leader of the team. He has to be the captain for the team. You know what I'm saying? This is his first year, so hopefully we'll see another star. By that name. Next cycle maybe, or who knows. But anyway, on the defensive side of the ball, Khalil Mack is that guy. Big Mac, sack attack, get to the quarterback by all means. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you got to poke somebody in the eye, just get to the quarterback. But um, he's pretty much the staple of the Bears defense. You know what I'm saying? Um, then we got my man Allen Robinson, who's a great running back, great mentor for some of the guys coming in like Marquise Goodwin, Perriman, Bird. Just got Jakeem Grant. So even though he's mainly a kick returner, punt returner, but he's a guy that can be, you know, groomed possibly. But Allen Robinson is of course the big target on offense. Other captain is Eddie Jackson, man. Eddie Jackson got to work on his tackling a little bit, but he's kind of like the quarterback on the defensive side of the ball, man. Now, I know most people probably wondering why I didn't pick Roquan, but I just thought Eddie Jackson was the guy, that should be one of the main captains for this Bears team. So, going into the year, as I mentioned before, this may change. I'm just not sure if I'm going to keep all the guys the same or not. But right now, these are the captains for the team. So, man, hopefully they can lead us to some division wins, division championships, but ultimately be able to win a Super Bowl. So, with that being said, let's take a quick look at the Bears' schedule. Um, and like I said, we've already played our Week 1 game, and I'm gonna get into the stats for um, when we played Los Angeles. So Week 1 we play LA. We go, man. Our schedule is so different. We go back and forth. We have a home game, away game, home game, away game, home game, away throughout the whole season. So there's not one game where we're playing back to back away or back to back home games. So my team gonna be on the road. They're probably gonna be a little fatigued. So we're gonna have to get some little half pass in there once in a while, man. But we're gonna see what it do. But man, looking at the team, looking at this schedule, we got skill trade first. Got the big brother, big homie next. Forrest, Taz, Schemer, OG, Randy, Jay Ramsey, Coach Suter, KP on the block, Expert, Centaur is in the league now, and then we got the homie, big homie, man. Not big homie, big Bruce and Marizi in them. So, this schedule kind of tough, you know. But we gonna see, man. We gonna see what happens with this team, and with the pieces that I have to see if we can actually get some wins. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. But for right now, man, let's like I said, we already played our Week 1 game, and we gonna get into to how that game transpired and the stats. But before we get into that, we're gonna look at the key players for the Bears, and this is not for the whole cycle. This is just for Week 1. So key players for the Bears is Khalil Mack, as we all know, Justin Fields, and Allen Robinson. Khalil Mack has to get pressure. He has to get to the quarterback to disrupt Matthew Stafford, so he doesn't have time to throw to Woods, Jackson, Higbee, Van Jefferson, Cooper Cup, all those big names, man. So we looking for Khalil Mack to be disruptive in this first game against the Rams, man. So um and Allen Robinson, he's gonna have to be the guy. He's gonna have to step up and make plays. But in order for him to do that, the rookie Justin Fields has to keep his composure and play well. Like, this is not Georgia. This is not Ohio State. Like, you in the NFL now. So, get off. If you got to vomit, puke, get all the butterflies out before this game starts. Because once the game starts, it's gonna be on, man. So I think he just got to get knocked in the mouth one good time, man, and he'll he'll realize, yeah, man, hey, this is for real. I'm in the league now, and I got to produce. But we not asking him to throw for 500 yards. We just asking him to manage the game. Don't make mistakes, because you have David Montgomery in the backfield. You got Tariq Cohen. You got the rookie Herbert. So he has weapons he can use. So he doesn't feel like he has to win the game by himself. So those are the key players for the Bears. Now, let's look at the key players for the Los Angeles Rams. And here we got the almighty Aaron Donald. Like, bruh, Aaron Donald is a beast. So we're gonna have to get a helmet or two helmets on him in order to, make this thing work. So yeah, we can't let Donald get in the face of Fields at any point in this game because we already know what will happen. You know what I'm saying? So the other key component for the Rams is Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he can lock down one side of the field, bro. So he's probably gonna be locked up on Allen Robinson. So I don't know how much production Robinson will really get this game. We're gonna try to go elsewhere and pretty much take Ramsey out of the game. If we don't throw to him, we can take him out of the game. So the next guy for the Rams is Matthew Stafford. As I mentioned before, Matthew Stafford got a big arm, bro. Like this dude, I think he got like 95 throwing power. He's high 80s and all the accuracy, 86 play action. So he can throw the ball. He can get it downfield. He can make every pass, and he's a veteran, so he's gonna know. So the transition from Detroit to the Rams is gonna be very easy for him. He's leaving the Rams where he didn't have as much talent as he does with. He's leaving the Lions. He doesn't have much talent with the Lions as he does with the Rams. So these are the three players that we must account for when we play the Rams. And as I mentioned, we already played this game, so we're gonna get into the stats real quick. So as you see, we won 31-3. Man, field trade came about the first half of the game. The first half, it was 6-6, bruh. And I'm looking at myself like, what the hell is going on? Like, why am I tied with Big Homie? Like, no disrespect, no disrespect. Big Homie can play, you know what I'm saying? But I was just trying to figure out why I was struggling with playing Big Homie. And it took me a whole half to kind of like settle down, man. So like I said, it was 6-6 at the half. Third quarter, I scored, and then the fourth quarter, it just opened up like the Red Sea, man. He started making turnovers, and the turnovers led to short fields for us to score, and maybe a pick six or so. But that's how it was, man. So offensively, we did okay. We had a total of 278 yards, only 63 yards rushing, 215 passing, and he had 34 yards rushing, 127 yards passing with a total of 161. 12 first downs for me, 8 for him. But the biggest difference in this game was the turnovers. He had 6, I had 3. So in a game where if you can win the turnover ratio, and this is not just against the Rams, this can be, damn, I missed my slide up. This can be against anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that you have to look at when playing these teams. So I messed my stat line up, man. I got the Broncos up there. I just forgot to change it. That's a big bonehead mistake by me. But anyway, y'all know who we played. In that game, uh, Roquan had 11 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 1 sack. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great game for him. But yeah, that it was offensively we didn't do as well as we wanted to do, but defensively we played pretty pretty good. So I really can't complain uh about that. So and once again I said this was my mistake. We played the Rams, not the Broncos. And even though we might get the same score playing the Broncos and Flair in this league, so but anyway. Now, it's always one big play that we like in the league. I mean, in the game. So each week, I'm gonna give you a top play from the Bears game. Um, and this was actually in the first quarter, and it kind of set the tone for the game. So y'all take a look at it, man, and y'all can tell me this was the top. This was my Bears top player of the week. So if you see Cooper Cup catches the ball, look at him, he's gone. Uh, boom, there we go. That set the tone for the defense right there. That brought me back to last year when Bush, y'all know, be hit sticking everybody. And it was crazy because he threw the ball. It should have been picked in the first place. Got away from. I don't know why he stopped. Should have swerved. When he swerved back and stopped, red wine lit him up. So, and that's a guy that we picked up in free agency, man, because we had Gibson back there who has like 83 speed, and he just was not going to get it done. So we had to get rid of him. Had to get rid of Gibson, who is probably still in free agency right now, where he needs to be. So yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at it again. That's the top. That's the Bears' top player of the week for us, and we're gonna give you this like every time we do a show, we're gonna have one for the games that we just played. So now, next up, man, we play uh the Bengals. This is Skills Trey's brother, big homie. He was the Giants last year. So, oh man, this I don't know how this game gonna be. Cause like I said, it's a different game, and I played Big Homie enough to know what he does, but he may try to switch it up a little bit. He's a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star. Y'all know that song. But anyway, so the three players that we must look out for are Joe Mixon, DJ Reader, and of course Joe Burrow. Now, and I'm not just picking these players because they're potentially the best players on the team. I'm actually looking at the stats from the first game. And Joe Burrow he was 16 for 23, 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So, and didn't get sacked none. So this is one of the reasons why he's one of the top players that we have to look out for. Now let's move on to Joe Mixon. And like I said earlier, Big Homie is a runner, bro. He will run the ball. 3rd and 42. He will run the ball. I'm telling you. So you gotta look out for that, man. He will run the ball. If it's 3rd and 32, he will run the ball. I don't care. But back to Joe Mixon's stats for the first game. 29 rushing attempts, 146 yards, averaging 5 yards per carry. So because of those stats, he's the guy that we're gonna have to stop or at least contain. Like over 100 yards, we got to keep that to a minimum. He didn't have any touchdowns, but hey, he piled up a lot of yards. So on the defensive side of the ball, and the Bengals have a really good defense. I mean, they're fast. You got Bates in the secondary, Von Bell with 2 interceptions, but Reader is the guy that I pointed out because he's the guy that can disrupt everything. And Reader had 4 tackles, 3 solos, 1 assist, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. So that entire game, it seemed like he was living in the backfield. And this is what we don't want with Justin Fields. We don't want somebody who can just get back there and be disruptive. We're gonna have to, put a helmet or two on him and yeah, be able to win and control the line of scrimmage. So if we can do that, we can probably um, win the game. But we're gonna see, man. But it should be very entertaining. Hopefully we can go 2-0. Right now we're 1-0, but we're looking to stop Joe Mixon, control the trenches where DJ Reader is, and keep Burrow uh, on the wraps. So yeah, man, that was a quick rundown of the first Bears Den for the Madden 22 cycle. I got my partner, my bear, that's roaming across the field, roaming across the screen right now. But we gonna let him chill, man. You know what I'm saying? He's very entertaining. But yeah, man. So hopefully you guys can, man, tune into the show. Drop a comment, man. Give me some advice of what y'all might want to see from the Bears, from the Bears Den show, what you didn't like. Um, and this will be the show. This will be a show that we do for the entire cycle, man. It might not come out, weekly, but it's gonna come out where we start talking about every aspect of the Bears, what direction we're going in, whether we or whether we're on the ups or whether we're on the downs, man. But anyway, whoever watched, I appreciate you for watching. Who didn't watch, I don't give a fuck. But leave a comment. Um, and on that note, we're gonna turn these lights off and then head out.